Hey there, Jeff Zimfer, Mortgage Marketing Institute. Welcome to today's Facebook Live broadcast. So it is June 1st, 2016. Happy June 1st. I want to continue this conversation that we've been having now, both here on Facebook Live and on the blog, all about hosting real estate agent classes and workshops. And the reason is because, if you've ever considered hosting agent classes and workshops, or you've done them in the past and you haven't been that thrilled with the results, there's some things you need to know, right? Either need to know if you're just beginning or need to know if you've done it in the past and you haven't been that happy with your results. So I want to take a few minutes and go over that with you. And also there's some more information available for you here on our blog at the mortgagemarketinginstitute.com. We just released the ultimate guide to hosting realtor classes and workshops, how to quickly and easily capture more referrals, get more trust, and it's free for you. So thank you for watching, and there's a link for how to get it. Just go to mortgagemarketinginstitute.com, and you'll see a link in there on how to get it on the homepage. So, all right, let's start with this premise of teaching real estate agents and classes and workshops. And I think it goes without saying that if you're here, if you're watching this, you've already identified and agree that real estate agents are a key pillar to success for your business, for getting referrals. And so let's just set that aside and assume that that's a given for most. Now, when you think about the different methods and ways through which you can capture real estate agents, there's a variety of them, right? And I want to kind of establish and get you on my side of the fence, if you will, and get you agreeing that real estate agent classes, teaching classes, workshops, lunch and learns, whatever you want to call them. Bottom line, I'm talking about getting in front of a group of real estate agents, right? And adding value is, I believe, by far the most efficient and effective and highly leveraged way for you to quickly capture more agents in less time and start getting referrals. And I want to walk through a few reasons of why that is here today on today's live broadcast. It starts with this. How many of you watching right now have heard these types of responses before from real estate agents? I already have a lender. All my buyers are cash buyers. I'm a listing agent. I have to use my in-house lender. How many of you heard stuff like that, right? Yeah, everybody. So why do agents tell you that? Well, they tell you that largely because they're not open to working with you right now. Now, some of those reasons might be legit, right? They may have a relationship with a lender that's very solid. They may love the lender relationship they have. They may be married to a lender, may be related to a lender, right? So setting all that aside, let's talk about when they're BS excuses and they're just knee-jerk reactions, and why they tell you that is it boils down to this: is they're telling you that because of three reasons. One, they don't know you. Two, they can't like you if they don't know you. And three, they don't trust you. You need those three factors, right? Know, like, and trust. We've heard that before, so I'm not going to beat that horse to death. But people buy from people they know, like, and trust, right? So if that's true, and if we want to capture real estate agents and get them to know, like, and trust us, what's the best method to do that? How do we shortcut our success to get there more quickly? That's what I wanted to know when I became an originator in 2003, and I needed to get referrals fast because I had to take a HELOC out on my house to be able to pay the bills. So I couldn't just struggle onesie-twosie and figure it out over the next year or two. I had to figure it out fast. And that's what's prompted me to be so passionate about teaching agent classes and workshops, is because I've seen it work for myself, and I've seen it work for hundreds of loan officers across the country. So let's get into it. Let's talk about why teaching agent classes is so much more powerful than any other method you have for getting in front of lots of agents fast. It comes down to this. First of all, you need to understand that in today's noisy world, in order to get noticed, get attention, you need to rise above the noise. You need to stand out from the noise that exists. And so for that reason, I believe you need a platform, right? A platform. Something that immediately puts you above and beyond all the noise, all the distractions that's coming at real estate agents from their other loan officers calling on them and pitching them great rates and service and close in 10 days, to stuff they have going on with their business, the challenges in their life, to other people calling them and trying to sell them stuff. We need to stand apart from that noise, either break through it or rise above it. And I believe having a platform helps you rise above it. Rise above it so that you're a beacon of light in your local area for real estate agents. A beacon of light that is seen from far away, that people are drawn to and want and are attracted to. What is that beacon of light? That's a safe destination for me that I can navigate my ship to and get to a place that I can finally, have trust and have solace in. And that trust and solace we'll talk about, it's about the information you deliver, real estate agents. But number one, you need a platform. So simply to get noticed and to separate yourself from the competition, okay? Number two, why teaching agent classes and workshops is the best method for you to capture real estate agents. It's because the traditional sales model is broken, right? By traditional sales model, I mean interruption marketing. I mean cold calling, door knocking, popping into offices when you don't have appointments, trying to sneak to the back of the office, claiming you've got a meeting or drop off something for a real estate agent, and then you try and meet all the other agents in that office. Yeah, not too effective, usually backfires on you, right? So the way people buy today, and you know this as well as anybody, is they buy through various types of engagement, right? Engaging online, social media, Google. It's the consumer's in control. So people don't respond as much today as they used to from the traditional methods of cold calling, door knocking, and things like that. Why? Because they don't have to, right? There's means and ways through which people can acquire information that they need to make a buying decision without having to deal with you directly as a sales rep. So that's number one thing working against you, okay? There are what you could call it the new rules of sales and marketing, right? Or use this phrase of content marketing. See, the old sales funnel was all about, get attention, usually by interrupting somebody through a cold call or whatnot. And then hopefully you captured their interest because now you've interrupted them from their day and you're trying to go for a decision right then and there. Well, unfortunately not as effective as it used to be and doesn't bode well for building your position and your brand in your local community. It puts you back in that bucket of being just like every other loan officer. So today, the modern sales funnel, if you will, is more about building awareness. And this is where a platform comes in. A platform allows you to build that awareness. It allows you, teaching agent classes and workshops, it allows you to begin to nurture those relationships, nurture agents who have an interest in what you're teaching. And you stick with me long enough, I'll show you the exact topics that agents are hungry to hear. But it allows you to build your awareness. It allows you to nurture those relationships and build those three important things, know, like, and trust. It allows you to do that in a format, in a medium that is more efficient, more powerful, more effective than any other medium out there, than social media, than telephone, than video marketing. All those things are great and well, but it's not as effective as in person, right? Because when you think about the power of in person, this is another reason why teaching agent classes is so powerful. The power of in person, the elements that go into building likability and building trust and leading to that level of comfort and rapport where they're able and now comfortable enough to give you a referral. That's not an easy place to get to really fast, right? Especially if it's a cold relationship and there's no prior engagement with you. There's no referral from another top producer to say, hey, work with Jim at ABC Mortgage. He or she is great. You usually don't have that working in your favor, okay? So the problem with that is you're starting completely cold, and you need to go through that process of building likability and trust and nurture the relationship and add value. And if you're trying to do that exclusively online, you're missing the most important elements that go into building rapport and building trust and likability. Because if you think about it, in order to really build that likability and that synergy and to really feel that level of comfort with who you are as a person, to say, I'm an agent, I'm going to send you a buyer referral, and I'm going to put my commission at risk, I need to have a real certain level of confidence and trust and certainty. And if I've never met you before, that's a little challenging unless you come with this glowing endorsement that I trust so much. So how do I expedite that process of building that trust? I need to get in front of you. I need to do it in person, right? Build that likability and trust. And if you're exclusively online, it just can't happen, right? 92% of engaging on content, right, is in-person things such as your tone of voice, your facial expressions, your body language, the fact that you are in a room and everybody is held captive for that 1 hour or whatever it is that you're giving that presentation. You have an hour now to demonstrate your professionalism, your value, your worth, your knowledge, your experience, right? Instead of some quick phone call, some quick meeting out at some function, whatever the case is. Now you have an hour on your platform, on your turf, to really establish your credibility, your trust, and to build your presence and instill that certainty in your attendees in your class or workshop. Okay? 4 out of 6 of the most important attributes of building a relationship cannot be achieved without the power of in-person. Okay? Because that requires all the elements of influence. And isn't that what we're really trying to do, is influence someone to choose us? Right? So you want all the things in your favor. You want the in-person, the tone of voice, the body language, the shared content experience. Okay? Being in person allows you to build trust faster, develop more rapport and likability, which leads to getting referrals faster and building more loyalty. Does this make sense? Are you with me on this? Yes? Great. So, other reasons why teaching agent classes are better than in any other method. Let's talk about that. I touched on positioning a little bit, but let's dive deeper into that, about positioning. You know, whether you think about it or not, you are a brand. You are like any other brand out there. You are like Coca-Cola, AT&T, right? You're a cable company. And the perception of your brand is driven by who? You. Yeah, you. Not really your company. I mean, to some extent, right? You've got some perception attached to your company, depending on who you're with, if it's a well-recognized name or not, big bank or that kind of stuff. But ultimately, it comes down to people are choosing to do business with you, right? By and large. So you need to take control of the brand positioning going on in your local marketplace. And this is why I'm such a big fan of Tim Davis and Personal Branding Mastery, what he's doing out there to help agents and loan officers position themselves properly with their brand. So this is where teaching agent classes and workshops comes in positioning you and your brand as part of your overall platform of the value you offer to real estate agents, right? What does it do for you? It positions you as an authority. It helps position you as being unique. You stand out, as I'd said, from the noise and the crowd and the sea of sameness. Because, by the way, in a sea of sameness, you don't exist. You are not seen in a sea of sameness. So teaching agent classes helps position you as standing out and being unique and having authority, right? Which is already different than 95% of the other loan officers you're competing against in your local area. You're competing for attention is what you're competing for. Not loans, not great rate service, not, hey, we're the biggest, best bank, we're a direct lender, you know, we fund and close our own loans and whatever the case is. You're competing for attention, first and foremost. Because if you don't have attention, you can't capture interest and you can't convert to a relationship. Make sense? Okay. So teaching agent classes allows you to do multiple things simultaneously at once. It allows you to stand out, position yourselves as being authority, and being perceived as being successful, right? So, in addition to that, you think about having the heart of a teacher, right, versus the heart of a salesperson. Having the heart of a teacher, of being, as my good friend Bob Berg, author of The Go Giver, on one of the recent podcasts at Mortgage Marketing Institute, check it out, talked about being a go-giver, not a go-taker, right? That's how you begin to build loyalty, trust, affinity, and increase your conversion rates with real estate agents is by being a giver first, not a taker. Not showing up with, hey, what do you got for me? Hey, did you show any listings over the weekend? Great, can I help you on any of those loans? If there's a relationship established, that's a great question to ask. But if there's no relationship whatsoever and that trust isn't there yet, if they did show some properties, they've already got another lender, and you don't have that trust and rapport and affinity, why would they give you that referral? Because you've been calling them every week? Okay, so you're building, demonstrating consistency and stuff. I get it, right? But that doesn't come without, the referral doesn't come without first having the confidence, the trust, the rapport, right? And the value exchange. And, by the way, teaching agent classes and workshops in person induces reciprocation. If you've read the book Influence by Robert Cialdini, right, from the famous study in the airport about the Hare Krishnas offering a flower in exchange for $1, right, that induces what's called reciprocation. When you give first, right, especially without the expectation to receive back, and you just naturally give as the person with the heart of a teacher, reciprocation happens naturally. People want to give back to you. So it's a natural process of you being a teacher, of being someone who's adding value. Make sense? Okay. So in addition to positioning yourself as an authority, as somebody who's successful already, as standing out, getting noticed, getting attention amongst your local real estate agents, you are obviously adding tremendous value because you're providing ideas and solutions and tips and tools. You're making a difference. You're obviously building your KLT, know, like, and trust factor. But I would say, equally important is you're scaling your reach. You're reaching more agents in less time. And by the way, you need lots of agents to succeed today. It's what I call the law of large numbers, right? You need more agents today than you did in the past. There was an agent I saw just the other day on a video talking about how she had a base of 70 agents. 70 agents that she gets business from at all various levels. Some people refer her business a lot, some people only 4 times a year. But the point is, you can't get 1,000%. You're not going to bat 1,000. You can't get 50 agents referring you 50 loans per month, 50 buyers, right? It just doesn't happen like that. So you need to spread it out. You need to go wide and deep. And by going wide, you'll be able to identify who to go deeper with. Does that make sense? So the more you have in your base, the more in your hopper, in your funnel, right? The law of large numbers is going to be working in your benefit. Because if you've got to kiss a lot of toads on the way to finding your prince or princess, you want to get in front of more agents more quickly, right? Does that make sense? Water break? So more agents in less time, you grow your presence, your awareness, you build your personal database of real estate agents that you can now stay in front of and continue to nurture. You improve your conversion rates because you're increasing your numbers, right? And you're getting better all the time, and you're quickly building your personal brand. Scaling your reach. It's simple mathematics, the law of large numbers. Okay, last idea is you're also increasing your impact, right? The power of in-person versus online. I mentioned that. You can't replace that. You get referrals faster. And one more, let's not forget, reverse prospecting. The biggest complaint I hear from loan officers all the time is, what a struggle it is to capture real estate agents, get their attention, to stand out and rise above the noise. Hopefully I shared some ideas with you here today on how to do that. But I like things that are leveraged activities that put the rules of the game in my favor. I like changing the rules of the game, right? Rules are meant to be changed, broken. Okay? So I think that one of the best aspects of real estate agent classes, workshops, teaching those things, is what happens is is something called reverse prospecting. What is reverse prospecting? It allows you to get away from cold calling, pandering, you chasing agents, trying to convince them to use you, trying to, basically a lot of this. Here's why I'm great. Here's why you should use me. Close in 10 days. Great rates, great service, whatever it is. Think about this whole process that's going on all at the same time with hosting agent classes and workshops, the positioning, the rising above the noise, the getting in front of more agents more quickly, the adding value by making a difference by just sharing content that helps them in their business, and reverse prospecting. Now agents are coming to you, right? You're not chasing agents. They're coming out to see you, to hear you, because you got a relevant topic that they're interested in learning more about. So that changes the whole dynamic already right out of the gate, right? You don't have to chase agents anymore. Now you're putting agents at the top of the funnel, and you're now using your process and your system to sift and sort through your A, B, and C agents. But I'll tell you, the amount of heavy lifting, the activity that it takes when you reverse this process and get agents out to see you and put agents in the top of the funnel through your agent classes and workshops, it becomes fun. First of all, you meet a heck of a lot more agents, and there's a lot of good agents out there. Secondly, it's The barrier of resistance is down because it's not the usual engagement of like, I'm here to try and get a loan from you. Now it's, I'm just here to share some value. And so they're much more open and receptive to you and your message and what you have to say and share. Right? And if you don't believe me, look at the list of the top 200 producers in the country. Right? You'll find 9 out of 10 times that they teach agent classes and workshops to capture agents. Why? Because they know these things that I'm telling you right here. And then, of course, without closing, without sharing some ideas on how to get butts in the seats, I wouldn't be doing a complete job here. And this is all, by the way, in the ultimate guide to hosting realtor classes and workshops that's available at mortgagemarketinginstitute.com. So marketing and promotion, getting butts in the seats, right? That's what it comes down to. I said earlier, it's one of the biggest challenges people hosting agent classes have had is how do I get agents' butts in the seats? I've got a whole process for you how to do that in the ultimate guide, but real quickly, let me just tell you 5 steps to getting agents' butts in the seats. Number 1, choose a compelling topic. Choose a topic that's compelling and relevant, not to you, not about mortgage loans, right? But that's relevant to the agent. Examples of that would be the new rules of real estate marketing, how to get noticed and get clients in today's noisy world. Secrets of lead follow-up and conversion, 25 tips from top producers. Those are benefit-driven, right, classes that capture agents' attention and get them interested in attending. So step 2 is power partnering with affiliates. What type of affiliates am I talking about? Well, do you work with title? Do you work with escrow? Home warranty, insurance? Any companies like that? If so, they've got relationships with agents that you don't have. They've got access to offices you don't have access to. These partners can be your part of your boots on the ground to help you put butts in the seats and get loans in your pipeline, right? They can get in front of agents you can't. They have an implied trust with these agents that if an agent, let's say you've got an elephant producing agent, they've got this title escrow rep, whatever, that's coming in their office on a weekly basis, and they've established this relationship over years, right? And they walk in there with a flyer about your upcoming class or workshop that you're hosting, teaching. And they say, hey, I'm teaming up with, Joe at ABC Lending Company. We're going to do this upcoming workshop, 25, what is it called? Secrets of lead follow-up and conversion, 25 tips from top producers. Wanted to invite you to it, right? They're going to be more likely to come to that because it's coming from a person they trust. Right? So there's an implied trust, and because you're associated with that person, there's an implied credibility there that, if my title rep or escrow rep that I work with, or home warranty or insurance or whatever that I trust is doing this presentation, this workshop, well, naturally I'm going to assume it's good because I trust this person. Secondly, I'm going to assume that this lender is pretty decent, or else this person I trust wouldn't be hooked up with them. Does this make sense? Yeah? Let me know in the comments if you think that makes sense. So power partner with affiliates, that's step 2 to getting agents' butts in the seats for your workshop or class. Step 3, multi-channel promotion, right? You want to utilize the various channels you have of email, online, offline, so on and so forth. Number 4, leverage technology. Use something called eventbrite.com. It's free. It automates the reservation and follow-up and confirmation process for you. It actually allows you to print out your entire attendee list. It allows you to have the attendees print tickets. These are custom, full, professional-looking tickets that they get a digital PDF version of. And it's funny. Agents who come to the presentations actually have these tickets in hand. They say, hey, I'm here for the free lunch and learn, all about the new rules of real estate market. Yes, thank you for turning your ticket in, right? And you've got the checklist there to check them all in. So eventbrite.com, a great tool. Check it out. We show you how to use that in the ultimate guide at mortgagemarketinginstitute.com. Lastly, let's not forget the F word. Anybody know what the F word is? F word. Let's keep it clean, folks. It's follow-up, right? Follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up. You got to follow up. As soon as you get those reservations, you got to call and confirm and say, hey, thanks, Mr. and Mrs. Elephant Agent. This is Jeff from ABC Mortgage. I just want to say thank you for making a reservation. Anybody else you'd wanted to bring, your team, whatnot. Well, it's going to be on such and such date. We look forward to having you, and look at your email. You should get a confirmation in there with your ticket. Great. Any questions I can help you with? No? Okay, great. Look forward to seeing you at the event. That's it. You end it there. Another confirmation call to come before the event happens itself, and then there's a whole process that goes into successfully hosting those events and converting attendees to referral partners. So we are about out of time here, but that's it in summary in terms of the benefits of teaching agent classes and workshops to get you in front of more agents more quickly, to build more trust, more rapport, ultimately get more referrals. By far, hands down, no better method than that for quickly capturing and converting real estate agents to referral partners. I want to real quickly tell you about the ultimate guide to hosting realtor classes and workshops, which is available at mortgagemarketinginstitute.com. You'll see it right there on the home page, and if we can link up a link in here, we'll put it in there as well. But everything, I go really in depth in that guide there in terms of all the steps that are involved with hosting agent classes, to topics you want to host, how to get butts in the seats, how to team up with affiliate partners, right? What to present, technology to use, days and weeks of the month for you to hold it. It's all in there. The ultimate guide to hosting realtor classes at mortgagemarketinginstitute.com. So I encourage you to check it out, and would love your feedback. Let me know. Okay, I'm here to help. That's my goal. Passionate about helping you get in front of more real estate agents more quickly. Jeff Zimfer, mortgagemarketinginstitute.com. Make sure you check out our podcast there, weekly podcast, Mortgage Marketing Radio, with special guests. And that's it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again on another episode of Facebook Live. Bye for now.